I'm giving a lot of leg in this video. Hey besties! Today's video is all about why your content will not be memorable if you don't include certain things about your brand, okay? First of all, what is the overall vision for your brand? How do you expect to monetize as a content creator? This really is the first thing you need to think about because you want to start monetizing as quickly as possible so that you can turn your content into a business. But you can't be a business if you're not a brand. So something you're going to have to figure out for yourself is, what are you planning on monetizing and or selling? Is it going to be the content itself? Are you going to make videos and get them monetized? Are you selling something in your creative business? Are you selling something digital? You have to decide what makes sense for your brand. And then also consider, do you plan on doing brand collaborations down the road? This is something that you need to already know before you start making content, because you want to start tailoring your content to be completely brand friendly. To be brand friendly is to have specific things about yourself that you share with a specific audience. You will catch attention from brands when you align yourself with similar things that the brands are selling. So for example, if you talk about a personal healing journey or mental health, things like that, as content, you are going to appeal to mental health brands. So in other words, you are going to appeal to these brands because you will have branded yourself as someone who cares about or is aligned with mental health topics. Whether you're working with brands or selling your own products or doing a mix of both, you're gonna need this next thing. And it does stem off of what I was saying before. You're gonna need to build an avatar. Essentially, the avatar is a version of yourself that you want to share. It's a version of yourself that is differentiated. It's the coach or the artist, the vlogger, the social media manager, the nurse, whatever, type of Lego you are going to lean into that. For example, my avatar is that I am a music artist. I'm also other things. I'm a mom, I'm a dance teacher, but mom and dance teacher are not what I focus my brand around. I chose music artist because it makes me the most memorable. It makes me more differentiated. While I am a mom and I am a dance teacher and I am all these other things, music artist is my chosen avatar for my content because I feel it's the main thing in my life that describes my identity. I've always done music and I have a dream to continue doing music in my life. In every single video I make, I talk about music. And that is because in my brand, I want to sell music. I want to sell either tickets or streams or CDs, whatever the case. That's my brand. I don't want to be a coach necessarily. I don't want to sell courses. So it wouldn't really make sense for me to brand myself as a coach. So that's why my chosen avatar is music artist. However, if you are somebody who wants to sell coaches, then sell coaches. If you are somebody who wants to sell courses, then go ahead and brand yourself as a life coach. If that's your vibe, like, nothing against that. I want to do the multiple income stream thing. So that's why I'm also making content, because I know I can also monetize the content. So think to yourself, what is like the biggest thing about your identity that you want to share that has something to do with your past, something you've always loved, but also has something to do with your future, the life that you want for yourself? What is that main thing about your identity that you can turn into your avatar? Because that's how you're going to be presenting yourself to the World Wide Web. And that is going to end up being the most memorable thing about you. And make sure that you never stop talking about it, because you are trying to literally brand yourself as this. This is the thing that you want to be known as. Like, I don't actually mind if people know me as a content creator, but I will be damned if they do not know that I do music. So that's why I talk about it in all my videos. And also I make videos that are just with me doing music as well. Okay, now that you have your avatar, let's start thinking about your audience. Who are the people who want to watch your videos? These are the people lining up to watch your videos. And eventually, they also might be the same people that are lining up to buy your products, listen to your music, even come to your events. I mean, not everything is always going to be online. Eventually, some things could be in person as well. So these are basically people who genuinely want to hang out with you. They will carve out time in their day, in their busy lives, to come and see what the hell you're doing on your account and see what you're doing next. They're inspired by you. You're also learning from each other. So they're giving you feedback. These people are showing up time and time again, commenting. They're letting you know what content speaks to them. They are the ones requesting what your next videos should be. They are asking you to dive into certain aspects of the content that speaks to them because these people are deep learners. They are deep into your content. They love how you explain things. And over time, as they show up, give you feedback, you guys are going to build this relationship around growth. And because they love your authenticity, they are not going to ask you to do anything outside of your comfort zone. They are just going to ask you to dive into certain aspects of things that you're already doing. Your audience are valuable to you because they also help you grow and you help each other grow along the way. It's not just you're having this show and everyone's coming to see you. It's more like you're going to somebody's house and you guys are sitting down on the couch and having a conversation about something. Or it's like you guys are going to a coffee shop, sitting down and doing a project together or doing something productive, talking about mental health, talking about struggles, and then giving each other advice. And that's because your audience is essentially your community. You learn together, you grow together. And I will say, even if you are a coach, especially if you're a coach, I would say it's always a good idea to remember that your audience is your community and they will always give you feedback on what you can improve on as a coach. I think it's good to treat your audience as though they are coming to you for inspiration. Not because they want to be you, but they are coming to you because they are trying to get more in touch with themselves. They are trying to learn about who they are. And they're just using your content, using your existence as a thought experiment. So just remember that your audience is just taking a moment of their day to slip into your world. They're falling into your world like Alice in Wonderland, and they are looking for themselves and they're searching for answers. And some things you say will stick with them. But yeah, they also want to hang out with you. And that's the thing, like the reason I look at my audience as besties, for example, is because I want you guys to feel like you are an equal to me. You're just as much a bestie as I am a bestie. And so it's not this weird hierarchy or anything. You know what I mean? It's like two friends sitting together and talking about their life. And nobody is like trying to one up the other. It's not like a competition, you know? I believe everyone holds their own key. Everybody has the code to their own power. And while you can empower your audience, it's not because you are this aspirational person that they want to be like necessarily. You more so could be somebody who is inspirational because at the end of the day, they're hanging out with you because they like the way you make them feel. And you make them feel valued. You make them feel like their opinion matters, their feedback matters. What they want to do matters. What they want to do with their life is valid and does matter. Your audience, or in my case, my audience, is besties who want to dream with me. Yes, we're going to talk about strategy. We're going to talk about creativity. We are going to talk about branding. And yes, of course, on my channel, I'm going to talk about myself a good amount because I'm pulling from my own experiences in order to give you guys like examples of things that have worked for me that might work for you, but only if you kind of like tweak them and make them your own. Because I believe nobody can copy you, but they can steal like an artist, right? They can take nuggets and gems and things that you say and apply them in their own way. The next thing you're going to need to make your content memorable is tell stories. I just mentioned how I like to pull from my experiences so that I can give examples of what works for me. And I am definitely on my narrative journey right now. And that's because I'm at a point in my content creation journey, in my artist journey, and in my character arc where I need to start getting into my narrative era. I need to get on my narrative game, okay? Whether that's through art or just talking head videos, you know, whether you're singing a song or making a painting, whatever the case, you're telling some type of story about yourself. And a video is just a way to kind of like package the story and make it accessible for other people so that they can enjoy it or learn from it. I tell myself that I'm actually really introverted and shy, but the story of my becoming is that I am putting myself out there, literally, whether that's in nature or going to a dance class or applying for a job or performing on stage, whatever the case, whatever I feel like sharing that day in my video, I am becoming someone, and that's who I am sharing. And I want to package who I am becoming. You could have like an overarching story where you have a main goal that you're trying to reach, and then you just create a series of content that ties to that goal. For me, I do have an overarching goal. My overarching goal is that I am releasing an album in February of 2027. And that's the whole reason I started posting videos again on this channel, because I'm trying to inspire myself and motivate myself and also hold myself accountable and not feel alone on my freaking huge journey that I'm going on. So you can have this overarching story or narrative that you can kind of make yourself the main character of, where you can kind of be the star or whatever. But within the grander story that we tell our audience, we have all these little stories that we share. These are the stories that we package and put into shorter videos usually, or longer videos depending. The cool thing about telling these stories is you get to differentiate yourself. You get to be the star, the main character. You get to put yourself on a journey and document the things that you're doing, obviously for your own personal and professional growth, but also to inspire other people, right? So when you're telling these stories, you want to make sure you're leaning into your avatar and not just making basic content. So what you want to do or start practicing is making content that is specifically tailored to you and also specifically tailored to your audience and what they would care about. So if you want to inspire other people to get out of their comfort zone, live their best freaking life, go out in nature, make an aesthetic video and romanticize their life, then that's exactly what the hell you gotta do with your content. And you gotta do that while being the, in my case, music artist. In your case, it could be life coach. In somebody else's case, it could be the social media manager. And then, you know, whatever the heck, whatever your avatar is, you just have to make sure to include that in your stories, okay? I'm gonna start listing off some content ideas that can help you tell your stories. So basically, I'll give you these content ideas and then you can fill them in with your details. And you've probably heard of all of these content ideas, but you're going to customize them. So get ready with me to go to X, Y, or Z event. For me, that could be like, get ready with me to go perform at open mic, for example, which, by the way, I've never done. I mean, I've done a few shows, but I've never actually specifically done an open mic. So I could take you guys on that journey with me. And then you could take some video clips while you're there, show some performance shots or whatever. You could also do like a get unready with me if you wanted to like talk about how the show went and then like kind of reflect, which is also another really cool angle. The idea is to make yourself the main character so that you can then immerse yourself into your own freaking story that you're trying to tell. And then going along with what I was saying about doing things for the first time, there's also a content idea where you could say, come with me to try whatever. You want it to tie back to your avatar though, like things that you're actually doing on your journey. So like, come with me to do a photo shoot by my freaking self in the middle of the city. Something to challenge yourself. Come with me to a dance class for the first time in a long time. Come with me to take a dance class for the first time ever as an adult or something like that. I actually went to a dance class for the first time in a long time. Even though I'm a dance teacher and choreographer, I've been out of practice, and I took a dance class with another pop artist in town, and I could have made a video about that. So I do want to say this. Whenever you are trying to plan content, look at your freaking calendar, okay? Schedule some stuff and be like, okay, now how can I make content around that? How can I approach that? Then you're going to know, I need to film this, I need to film that. I need to at least have my camera out so I can get a few clips, some B-roll, whatever. And then I can kind of package this story for my audience so that I can inspire them and also show them that I'm holding myself accountable for my own growth, which is, again, just feeding into them feeling inspired. And your audience will also cheer for you to get to your like main goal. So that's why I think it's important to also tell your overarching story so that people can have like a context for the smaller snapshots that you choose to show about your life. For example, I went to a dance class because I wanted to A, support another pop artist in the city, and B, I wanted to get back in shape and start dancing again and just see where I'm at with dancing. I didn't do too bad, actually. I still got it. But then I also wanted to see if I could make connections with choreographers and dancers, and then I could later invite them to be in my music videos when I start releasing my music for this album. So do you see how having that overarching story has helped me create context for all of the content that I want to make along the way? It's super helpful to have that overarching story. Okay, so this idea is, let me tell you the story of how I ... This could be a funny story or a success story or just some type of story that has a lesson to it. And this could even be something that you did in the past that you just happen to have like footage for. This is what I would do for content with this little sentence stem right here. Let me tell you the story of how I filmed a music video in the middle of the state fair, which is true. And then I could show you clips of me doing that, and I could just talk about my experience because I also do videography and photography, and I'm getting more into cinematography and all of that. And so it's a journey. It's something I'm working on, and it is towards my big overarching goal because I want to do music videos that have a narrative to them. And this music video that I was filming, that I was helping film, actually had a pretty strong narrative to it, and it had multiple characters, and it was just a really interesting like 3-day experience. And we were all like just at the fair for hours filming this other pop artist. So as you can see, there's kind of a theme where I often support other pop artists in my city. But yeah, like I could tell that story, which I literally just did tell it. So there you go. But yeah, I could show B-roll of those clips because I really didn't know what to do with those clips yet. Like I just had these clips on my phone. Now I can use them to tell the story of how I accidentally, there we go. It was accidental because I didn't know I was going to help film. But I could say, let me tell you the story, or this is the story all about how I accidentally filmed a music video at my county state fair. yeah, I could, turn that into content. The more detailed you become about how you represent yourself online, the more differentiated you will become. And it's your uniqueness, your nuances, your specific story. Those are the things that are going to make you memorable. Hit like on this video and subscribe. Oh my God, I sound like Joy. I've been watching this YouTuber and her personality is rubbing off on me. Oh my God. She says stuff like that. Everyone go watch her videos because she's my favorite vlogger, by the way. But yeah, I just sounded like her. That's crazy. Oh my God. Okay, anyway, if you feel like this video helped you plan your brand a bit more, please, please, please hit subscribe. And that would really help me out. And also send a comment below. Send a comment. Yep, that's how we say that. Send a comment below. And let me know exactly what you found helpful, or let me know what you've just been working on lately with your brand. Yes, I'm giving a lot of leg in this video. But yeah, this has been fun. And hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye for now. Toodles!